I do believe that literature has an important role in societies, and you can address this in the converse. Any society that begins to ban books or restrict speech is also a society that's in trouble. That's not democratic, not a place you'd want to live. And it's ironic, the country that I've made my home for so many years, I'm a citizen of the United States, we are banning books in schools, and it's strange. People who have not read the books are banning them because of the presumed content. It's alarming. And so I think authors have a responsibility to speak out and to try their best to contradict that. I do think that that there's a way that books can give hope. They can actually suggest to you that there are better ways, and there's a way out of these kinds of impasses. But it requires people to read. My biggest concern, not just selfishly as an author who wants to be read, but is that the more we hijack our brains with short bite information as opposed to the long form, which is the delight of a conversation like this, we are also shortchanging a kind of truth-telling process that happens within us. I think Hermann Hesse, in the aftermath of World War I, wrote to a young German writer who was in despair. And Hermann Hesse wrote to him and said, "You realize that the external gods that you were looking to have failed you. It's time for you to find the God within." By which I think he meant that, there are deep existential truths that are within us, and novels are a wonderful way for us to read ourselves. Proust actually said just that we don't read the novel reads us. We respond to it because it's diagnosing us, and it's doing something to our soul to explain who we are. And so I think the moment societies don't read very much, are not reflective, and begin to censor and ban books, and you're on the verge of something very, very dangerous. I'm not typically an outspoken political person. Many authors feel that I have a platform, I have to speak out about everything, but honestly, I've never felt compelled to do that. I feel like I'll speak out about medicine and the things I care about. But I found myself recently being much more willing to speak out, because it's really not about one candidate versus another. It's about the future. It's about the climate. It's about our kids and my grandkids, and what the world would look like. And I have a duty to speak out about that. And I do my best through the novels, but I'm also using other forums. And so coming back to what you originally postulated, I think the mark of our societies is that a book can suddenly take the place by storm and, capture people's imagination, and it can change people. One example, before I finish this long-winded answer I'm giving you, but take Uncle Tom's Cabin in America. That one novel, for all its weaknesses, it ended slavery in America. It wasn't a president, it wasn't a civil war. One novel captured the public's imagination and made them realize that this was not palatable to own and sell other human beings. Similarly, in the UK, one book, The Citadel, describing medical conditions in a small Welsh mining town, so captured the public's imagination that it is credited with the creation of the National Health Service because of that novel. That is the power of fiction. I would say it's harder for that to happen now, but not impossible. You still see books taking off and capturing public's imagination, and I think that's a mark of a good society, that it can happen. I'm an optimist, so I have great faith that the goodness comes out.